Clubhouse app gets direct messaging features. Facebook sets aside $1 billion to pay creators on Facebook and Instagram before the end of 2022. WhatsApp starts testing multi-device capability, which allows you to access WhatsApp on various devices without having to have your phone on. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. Welcome, I'm Nachi Lazarus, and this is a show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news is from Facebook. Last week, Facebook announced that they are planning to invest $1 billion on various programs that are designed to reward creators on both Facebook and Instagram platforms. And these rewards will be given out before the end of 2022 for great content that is being created. These rewards are going to be packaged in the form of various bonuses. So I will link to all the announcement about these bonuses in the show notes. Do have a look. For example, one of the bonuses is for using in-stream ads. So creators on top of their regular ad revenue will be able to earn additional bonuses when they use in-stream ads for promotion. And gaming creators, for example, can also use a bonus called Stars Challenges program. And this will be an additional bonus. It's very similar to what YouTube has, like super chats. So they are making it similar to that, and they can monetize through direct donations given to the creators. Not just on Facebook, but also on Instagram in the form of badges and so on. Our next news is about Twitter, and it's an important one. Last week, Twitter announced that they are discontinuing Fleets. Fleets was the stories format of Twitter, stories that you see on top of the timeline. The announcement says that as of August 3rd, Fleets will no longer be available on Twitter. They say that they have not seen an increase in the number of people using Fleets, and that is the primary reason they are discontinuing it. But the interesting thing is Twitter says that they have learned a few things based on the Fleets experimentation. First is they say that people are starting to take up the vertical video format, media being a big vertical media being an important part of content creation. So they are going to bring this learning to tweets and make tweets more visual, probably with more vertical content, something to wait and watch. They also say that they realize that people like the top of the timeline. Top of the timeline is much more prominent and an important space. So they are now going to highlight spaces there. Spaces is, as you know, Twitter's audio chat room. They're going to highlight spaces there. And I have a feeling that they will also do a little bit more on that space, more than just highlighting spaces. And also they say that they've learned from Fleet's ads. So they tested Fleet's ads, and they say that they've learned a few things about vertical ad format, and they will implement it on the platform. Our next big news is about WhatsApp. Last week, WhatsApp's engineering team announced that they are officially rolling out the public beta test of WhatsApp's multi-device capability. What this means is you can use WhatsApp on various devices without having to have your phone on. So it is a big deal. If you're a WhatsApp user, you know what I'm talking about. You always need to keep your phone on for you to be able to use WhatsApp on your desktop or your laptop or iPad or something like that, because it's basically a mirror of your WhatsApp's functionality that's on your phone. Now WhatsApp says, without compromising security, which was the main reason why they were not able to do this before, without compromising security, now you will be able to switch off your phone, still be able to access it on multiple devices. And they also talk about history and various other features that are associated with it. They even give you a diagrammatic representation of how this works with multi-device. Our next news is from Clubhouse. Last week, Clubhouse announced that they are bringing direct messaging capability to the platform. This has been one of the most long-awaited features by Clubhouse users, because every time you have a successful, active Clubhouse conversation, if you have to reach out to either the speakers or to the audience, you will have to jump to either Instagram or Twitter. So that is what we've been doing, most of us who use Clubhouse, but now we don't have to do that. You can directly message your audience, your friends, and people who participate in your events. That's a big news. And Clubhouse has named this Backchannel, which I think is a great name. Our final news of this week is from Messenger. Facebook Messenger announced that they are launching a new feature called Soundmojis, which is basically emojis with sound built into them. So next time you send a emoji on Messenger, for example, if you send a smiley, people can actually hear the laughter if they keep their volume up. So this is an interesting feature, and they launched it on Emoji Day, which happened to be last week. And the interesting thing is, it is not just sound clips, it's also audio clips from artists and audio clips from shows, like shows from Universal Pictures, Universal Television, and Netflix, and so on. That's all I have for you this week. Do you have any questions related to any of the stories that we talked about? If you do, then please leave your comment in the comment section, and we will make sure we find the answers for you. Or if you have any feedback or just thought, we would love to hear from you. Thanks so much. If you also like to access any of the source links and details, or dig deeper into any of the stories, we've got all those details in the description wherever you're listening to me. And you can also find these details in our news page, nachilazarus.com/news. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected, stay blessed, and stay safe. God bless you. Bye-bye.